Hello, welcome back to the Clinton on Finance channel. It's your host Clinton, and it's a pleasure to have you here again. On today's episode, I'll be sharing another useful resource on 10 easy tech career paths you can take if you're a beginner, if you don't have a degree, if you don't have any experience. But before I go into that, in the last video, I mentioned how you can start from zero, and be able to build a career or build income or build your finances, right? And I mentioned in the last video that you could either do it through skill or a business, and that depends on the resources available to you, your experience level, and the opportunities that you find around yourself. If you've not seen that video, I would suggest you check it out, or check it in the comment section. A lot of people have asked me, Clinton, how can I, what kind of skill would I need? When you say skill, what kind of skill are you talking about? What kind of skill do I need, to be able to earn from zero? Do you mean I can start from scratch? And I said, yes. All right. Are you ready? All right. So for today's session, I'll be going down into the 10 easiest and well-paying tech skills you can start today and grow your finances. And I mean, whether you're 60 years, whether you're 30 years, whether you're 16 years, provided you have access to a mobile phone that has access to the internet, these skills will work for you. Any of them you pick will work. And a reason why I've carefully chosen these ones as the easiest, because a lot of people have barriers. Some would say, I don't have a laptop, I don't have access to this and that. So I don't even want to bug you with the complex tech skills. I want to, you can start with these ones, any of these ones, and then you can scale into other things, right? Even if you have an interest to do something bigger than this, you can start with anyone, at least start making money, start having your finances in order. Then you can, while already earning, you can lay out other skills, you can take more trainings and scale into the next bit of your career. These skills I'm about to share, I'm not just mentioning them from the internet. These are things I've worked with a lot of people. A lot of people meet me on a day-to-day basis to say, Clinton, I want to get into tech. I want to be able to work from home like you. I want to be able to do this and do that with my career. I need extra income. What can I do? Right? These things I'm about to share are things that I've already shared with people, and it has worked for a lot of people, right? So give it attention, pay attention to it. There are useful strategies on how to actually gain some useful skills, learn it quickly, and also start earning from them. Okay, all right, so let's go in. The first tech skill I want to share for today is content writing. And this is my number one because it's my bread and butter, right? It's my primary digital skill. I write for it, primarily SEO, blog content writing. Content writing is quite broad, especially for the business space. Some people write books, literary pieces. Some people write spoken word pieces. There are a lot of creators that people that are artists that need people that can write for them. It could be a songwriter, it could be a poet, it could be a spoken word artist, and people need pieces. And if you can write and play with the pen, and I'm sure you can agree, it takes nothing than having a biro, having ingenuity, or being open to train yourself and believe it's something you can do, right? To actually train yourself and become good at it. Content writing is such a broad skill. Like I mentioned, there is the creative writing, there is also SEO writing, where you're writing for search engine. If you go on Google and you type anything, how to knot a tie, there are articles that are always on the first page, and most times people read the articles on the first page. An SEO writer is somebody that writes for the search engine, so he optimizes the content, he improves the content. It could be a 1,000 word article, it could be a 10,000 word article, 2,000 word article. 10,000 is quite a lot, but the essence of an SEO writer is to structure that content in such a way that it meets what people are searching on Google, and then the content ranks. But there are people that are business writers. They write memos, emails for businesses, they write proposals, they are grant writers. The writing space is broad. any of the aspects of writing, you already have an experience, you could start with it. You can go online and type how to write business proposals, how to write memo, and you could actually start, training yourself and putting out content around that. And when you do that, you can start using that portfolio to act, to apply for jobs. An easy way to build portfolio. Okay, I've never written for anybody. Won't I need to, you might be asking the question, I've never worked anywhere, so how can they hire me if I've never written? If take, for example, you choose to be a content writer, maybe a songwriter or whatever, all you need is just to write and have a lot on your portfolio. When I began content writing, I was writing for free. I was writing on Google Docs. I write my article. I'll give myself topic as if someone gave me the topic, right? You're building your portfolio. I'll give myself topics. If I want to write on finance, if I want to write on crypto, if I want to write on e-commerce, depending on the industry, you just give yourself 10 topics. 10 topics that are of great interest in that industry and write them. Write at least 1,000 words of each. Go and learn, go on YouTube, take trainings on content writing and write, right? When you write and articulate properly and edit properly, those 10 articles, whenever you're applying for jobs, right? The person is asking you, oh, can I see what you've done? You can now show them the things you've written. So yeah, you don't need to have a previous experience for you to be able to get on those jobs. And most content writing jobs, they are very open. If you can write, nobody's going to ask you what course you study or whatnot. You just have to be good. So consider content writing. It is broad. It is vast. There are people that understand. You might even be someone that understands technical stuff. You know how MS Word works. You know how Excel works. Technical things like that. You can be a technical writer. You can be someone that explains complex technology in simple words or in written form, and for people to digest. So consider content writing. It is one of the easiest. And you can build portfolio. Portfolio is something that shows the works you've done. You can either publish them on Google Docs. You can also publish your work on Medium or Substack. These are free blog platforms where you can host and upload your portfolio on. So the next would be, I hope that is clear by the way. The next will be graphics design. So now you know how to write, and nothing says you can't complement skills, right? The first is content writing. The next is graphics design. You see, with graphics design, you can actually learn for free. You can learn for free on Google, you can learn on YouTube, you can learn on Canva. Canva has a school of design. You could download Canva on your mobile phone or your laptop or wherever, and you can actually start designing. You can start, for most businesses, they just want somebody that can learn about their product and educate customers and help customers troubleshoot wherever they have any problem. So consider customer service, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom or you have kids to take care of, customer service is not a bad idea. So amazing. I hope you enjoyed that. The next easiest tech career path to consider is video editing. Most corporate companies today have a creative team, and creative team are made up of people that do graphics, as we earlier mentioned, and also video editing. In today's digital world where people's attention span is getting lesser and smaller, you need a way to catch people's interest. Great designs are great, but a captivating video is also an amazing catch for many businesses. Most business ads, most meme videos, people use most viral contents today are actually video content, and so having a skill where you can actually manipulate visuals to communicate the business intention and products and services is an amazing habit. It's a high in demand skill, especially with the rise of content creation both in Africa and around the world, right? It's a skill you shouldn't joke with, and the truth is, there are lots of tools you could use to learn video editing and start shooting. Regardless of the camera you have, with good lighting, you can actually have tools that enable you manipulate videos. The person might never shoot it with your video or camera. The person can send to you and you manipulate the video. Where you don't have a laptop or an expensive gadget to, download top tier tools, you can actually use CapCut. You can use CapCut for your video editing. You can use it to learn. You can go on YouTube check for people that train how to use CapCut. You can professionally start creating shorts for people that have a lot of YouTube channels. They have long form videos. You can offer to convert those long videos for them into shorts, and that could create another avenue for them to have more people view their content and grow their channel and grow their businesses. A lot of people do podcasts, 2 hours videos. You can be the guy that cuts it down for them, right? And you don't even have to say employ me before I do it. Remember, you're starting out from zero, or you're just coming up, you've not really gained anything. You can download the person's video at a high quality and cut it, add even subtitles to the videos, and make it catchy, make punchy areas very much pronounced. Just make it endearing to the person that will watch the video. If you're watching a video where there are subtitles, words hitting there and here, moving from this point to another, it catches your attention, it keeps the person on the video, right? And that is something very, very, very unique. So video editing is one to not look away from. It's not for some unserious people. It's actually a professional tech career skill to consider. Like I mentioned, CapCut as a tool you could use for a start. There are others like InShot and the rest of them, so consider that as well. The next I would say would be social media management, right? So with social media management, you are managing Facebook pages, Instagram pages, Twitter handles for businesses, right? And the usefulness of this particular skill is that if you already have a content writing skill, you have video editing skill, you have graphic design skill, it becomes easy for you to combine all those things to produce results on your social media channel. If nobody is willing to give you work, you can grow your own channel and say, oh, I want to show you how I grew my channel from 0 to 5k, from 0 to 1k. And by the way, we're trying to grow this channel. We're looking at at least 500 subscribers by December, and if you're getting value so far, it would be helpful to the channel if you could share and like our content and subscribe. Be a subscriber, because we'll keep sharing amazing value like we're doing. So yeah, back to the video. Learning how to use tools, move things, understand how to combine colors, how to arrange images and words to be able to present an idea, and seeing something you can actually learn on your mobile phone for free. A lot of people need graphic design products. People that brands need to market their products every day. They are changing designs. They have a new program. They need a flyer for a training class. A lot of people need graphic design work, right? And if you are someone that can just train yourself on how to put out quality design, you can actually get gigs in that industry. You can get gigs in that industry. A lot of people are YouTubers like me, and they need thumbnails. You can just specialize in creating thumbnails that are catchy for people, and whenever before people even see the video to click it, they're able to see the thumbnail. That's the work of a that's graphic designer work. If you know how to design graphics that make people come to click on that product, you already have a job, right? So imagine you sending messages to content creators, saying, oh, I created about 10 thumbnails that have improved click-through rate for creatives by 50%. The person that is struggling with their YouTube channel will be interested in giving you a job, right? So graphic design is not limited to just designing flyer, but it's vast. It depends on your ingenuity. Look for people's problem at the ground. From the last video I shared, I said, the way you can actually build finance by looking for people's problem to solve, right? So if you think of what problems can somebody have that a better design, a better output of visuals could help improve their brand perception, right? And I believe all these things are things you can do. An easy way I usually tell people that want to build graphics portfolio is just to design a lot of things, put them on Instagram. You can create an Instagram account and you can just be posting your designs there. If somebody asks you what have you designed, you can just send them to your professional page, right? And that could just be it for you, right? So that's another easy tech career path. You could be a graphic designer. Graphic designers work at tech firms. Sometimes they call them visual designers, visual brand designers and all, or marketing designers, for example. So regardless of the name, it's a useful skill and a useful career path that have a place both in the private world and in the corporate, world. Another easy career path in tech is customer service. Yes, customer service. And the truth is, every one of us have almost had content service experience. If you've worked in your mommy's shop and you've been attending to customers, or you worked in an aunt's supermarket and you were attending to customers, you're already doing customer service. A lot of times people are like, oh, I don't have customer service experience. You have attended to people, right? You've solved people's problem. Oh, I don't know where to get this. I don't know where to get that. You have actually had customer service experience. So think about places you've done these things. It might not even be in a corporate environment. Structure out a good CV, highlight areas and places where you've rendered this service and actually apply. Most of this, the reason why they are easy and they don't require a degree is because most of them are even entry level. When you're selling your skills to people, you must be smart and tactical about it. It mustn't be until you see social media manager wanted before you produce. I had a story of someone that got a job somewhere where I work, where what did he do? Every day the company posts stuff on their channel, and he would try to replicate the design, both the video and the image design that the company posted on their channel, and you try to redo it from his own, like from scratch with his phone and all that. And after doing, he would tag them, say inspired by this company. He would maybe take, for example, it could be First Bank, it could be regardless of the bank. If it's a design, try to redo the flyer from scratch, inspired by First Bank, social media manager. And the truth is, when the social media manager was actually observing that particular act, and when the team needed someone for that particular skill set, he recommended the guy because he was seeing somebody replicating their designs every day. It's something just smart and genuine. When it comes to seeking opportunities, you don't have to just stay one place. You must be thinking, you must be intelligent about it. You don't just be static. You must be looking out for opportunities. And I trust this will definitely bring you results. I want to share your success story, and that's why I'm doing this. Okay. The next will be virtual assistant career path. So virtual assistant simply means those that help people, like I said, virtual assistants, people that assist you with your work in any form and shape it is, but they are not with you physically, they are working from somewhere. It's a skill that allows you to work from home, really. So let's assume I'm a content writer and my content writing jobs are too much and I need somebody that can write, that can assist me with my content writing. I could outsource it to them and they are virtually assisting me. It's that simple. That's actually the general idea of a content writer. A content writer is someone that has multiple skills. In some cases, your virtual assistant could be somebody that is just a mini project manager, where you have a team of staff or team of people you work with. Maybe I'm a writer and I have 5 other writers, and I don't want to be asking them, where's your work? Have you submitted? Here's what to write this week. I could hire a virtual assistant that could coordinate all of that for me. He could tell them, oh, these are your topics for this week, and I don't have to watch. I don't have to get involved with that. I've delegated that part of my work, and maybe if what I could just be doing is at the end of the week or whenever is the content is required, I could check on a Google Sheet where my virtual assistant have uploaded the content that I've been written, and I can easily get it there. And that saves me a lot of mental stress. For some people, the virtual assistants they might need to be there, or somebody that could run their social media manager. So if you're thinking of being a virtual assistant, this would be helpful to learn plethora of skills, skills that are connected. For example, the graphic skill, content writing, video editing, these are connected skills. For some people, virtual assistants can also mean handling mini customer service, or being like a PA that sets up meetings for people, for the executive or whoever it is that they are assisting online. It's a thriving career path. From virtual assistants, a lot of people grow to become executive assistants, because the people that maybe they're working with as the business, or depending on the level where the person is at, that relationship builds, becomes like his or her right hand man. Okay, so it's a thriving career path. You can check it out online. You can develop a CV. You can even volunteer to work with somebody, and you see somebody is always saying, hey guys, I'll try to make out time so I can create more time for this and that, or create more videos. You can be the person that says, I've always tried to wanted to make a course out of these my videos. Soon I'll create something. You could be the person that volunteers to help them bring it to reality, and from there the person can be like, wow, you helped me get this done. I've been trying to do it for 2 years, 3 years, and now finally your presence has helped me do it. The person can start paying you. So don't ignore it, and don't trivialize it. It's an amazing skill. Another easy tech career path is IT project manager, and this is just a little bit advanced, but it's not as advanced as until I'll explain. It's not as advanced. Project manager management is broad. For companies that are in hard tech, they do a lot of Scrum, Agile. Those are the complex part of project management. But at the basic level, without a college degree, not many college degrees even teach some of these courses that we've shared here. But those are the jobs of today. Those are the jobs that are making waves globally. Those are the jobs that give you access to anybody, anywhere in the world, provided you can provide value for them, right? So pay attention to them. They are easy, they are amazing, they should be yours. They should provide, the early starting phases of prosperity for you on the internet. So project manager management simply means helping people coordinate work, project, follow up. Somebody's checking up, oh, I want to get this done, who will check these guys for me, who is calling this person. I could have a virtual assistant do the job of a project manager, provided if it's a project I'm trying to execute, for example. And a project manager, some useful skills you should have: an ability to multitask, coordinate, communicate, being able to manage time properly. These are useful skills that help you as a project manager to thrive. Some tools you could use online to do project management work include Trello. Trello is free. You could test it for yourself. There are other advanced ones like ClickUp that you might need to pay for, right? But tools like Trello are free, right? And I believe there are others that you can also find online. A proper project manager can know how to set up calendar, how to set alarms on calendar for the, for project timelines, set meetings, host meetings, coordinate meetings, follow up on projects. Just having those skills, how to use Microsoft Suite or Google Suite, Google Zoom, how to set up on Zoom, emails, schedule emails, write proper emails. There's content writing here now. So these are connected skills, and this is a thriving career path. By the time you work somewhere for a year and two with these basic things, you can now apply for bigger things. You can take a free course on Scrum or project management on Udemy or Coursera, and add that as a certification in addition to the relevant experience you already have, and that begins your journey for you. And nobody's going to ask you whether you studied project management or project management in school or not. So that is another one. The next one would be website development, specifically the no code part. Remember, I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible for you. So web development is a very pivotal career path you can take. Web development is broad. It has a very technical part where you want to be a developer, or a front-end developer or back-end developer. Or with website development, there are tools where you don't have to study computer science. For example, if you know how to use WordPress, Joomla, and the rest of them, these are free tools that you could learn in a day on YouTube. And though you need a laptop to get this done, but it's an entry-level skill career path as a web developer. And then after learning that, you can now take trainings proper if you want to advance. That would be my recommendation if you're considering web development. You can start making money. You can start working in a small business, small tech startup. You can even freelance with this particular skill set, and I believe that can provide a lot of resource for you. Another career path, the ninth one, would be community management. A lot of businesses are thriving in community. Most of the biggest brands, even in crypto finance, most of the new communities becoming a huge part of how businesses build loyal customers, nurture them. People are building communities on Telegram and the rest of them, and they need people called community managers that can organize those communities, engage with them. If you're able to learn how to manage maybe a team on Discord, TikTok, on Twitter, host spaces, and the rest of them, that's a very thriving career path that you don't need a college degree to get involved in. Number 10 on this series would be HR. Human resource. Human resource is, a few people learn human resource in school, but for the majority of people, not many people learn human resource in school, and that makes it a skill that it's easy to get into. What does human resource help in hiring people, hiring team members? They hire people for companies, they onboard team members, they also manage at the advanced level, they manage, people policy, work ethics, work benefits and all. But for an someone trying to get into tech, human resource, you can even start as an intern at the basic level of just putting out ads, creating job descriptions, hosting interviews, and watching your seniors and how they ask questions, and learning how to ask questions to talents. Even maybe you can even start hiring from non-tech roles, like most of the ones we've already shared on this particular episode. And with that, you can start gaining useful experience and being of benefit to your team members. So I believe you've learned a lot. I believe you've actually gained value, not just mentioning names of things you can start with. I hope you can go back to check again, look through each of these skill sets, look through the strategies that I shared, check other valuable strategies online, and find one or two or three, if related, to actually begin a career in them. There are tools online that allow you can get a domain name for even less than $10, and you can build a website and you can show that off. Right? We could show that off with Wix. There are free versions that you can use to create demos websites that brands can look at and see that, if you get a proper job, that you'll be able to deliver. You can even offer to hire. You can also start by referring talents to companies that are looking to hire, and they could give you commission on that. That's also a way to start out, your HR, career, in tech. And I believe if you look at an easy entry path for each of these careers, you would find that they provide numerous opportunities for you. I'm rooting for you, and I look forward to hearing your good news as a result of the things you've learned here. If you have questions, share them on the comment section. I'll be looking out to keep helping and keep being a valuable ally for your success. Thank you. Until the next time, see you. Bye.